What's going on, guys? Brick Breaks here, and today we're finally taking a look at the official LEGO Optimus Prime. Wait, what? Before we get into everything, I got to explain it, which you're all wondering. If you're wondering where the hell I've been for the past month, two things. One, final exams and the last day of school, and after that, laziness just got the best of me because I was settling into summer. But we're here, we're back, and you're gonna get some epic shit this summer, trust me. Wait till August. But moving on with the review. This guy is a brand new release and an official collaboration between the LEGO Group and Hasbro. And I gotta be honest, this thing has been a long time coming. This collaboration just took way too long to happen. Several, third-party LEGO companies have tried Transformers products, most notably Creo, but they look like ass. And feel like ass too. Well, let's just get into this, shall we? Getting into the figure itself, here he is in all of his glory. So to start off here, it resembles Optimus Prime's Generation 1 truck mode, which I appreciate. Which, when this guy was announced slightly over a year ago, it had stated this would be Rise of the Beast related. I'm glad they decided to go with the G1 design, because if you're gonna do a LEGO Transformer, this is just the obvious choice and the obvious go-to. Moving along the side, it does have the stripe on the truck, which is not animation accurate in this mode, but it will be later, because he actually transforms. Wink, 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 wink. Going along this massive fucking truck, you can see his head poking out there a little bit. They could have worked something there, but this gets a total pass due to it being LEGO. You can see the taillights there, which this truck cleans up just amazingly. I want to see Hasbro do a figure that uses this guy's transformation. That'd be sick. By the way, these Autobot symbols are prints, and so are his eyes and a few other things in here. He can roll along the ground with absolute ease with these rubber tires, being LEGO, of course. What the fuck? This thing does like to fall apart, obviously. And it can be a real bitch getting the bumper plugged in. Oh, fuck it, we're leaving it like that. Getting into size comparison. Here he is with my previous review, the Riza style Armada Optimus Prime I did. He doesn't transform. Now, I would have brought out the Generation 1 Optimus Prime figure, but that's at the other house. In a future video, I'll make sure to bring him in for a comparison with this guy. But moving on to his accessories. Oh, fuck. You do get this bumper piece for truck mode, which this is meant for robot mode, this is meant for truck mode. So you're supposed to switch them out, but I didn't because I don't give a shit. Plus, I just play them in robot mode, so it doesn't really matter. This is useless to me. And it's a sticker. Just thought I'd point that out. It comes with another sticker, a bio card with its function: Commander, freedom is the right of all sentient beings. Got the figure there. Autobot symbol, Optimus Prime. And his stats: powerful motherfucker. Next up, you do get a Energon cube. Useless. And now we get into the more relevant accessories. You get Sideswipe's jetpack. Looks ugly from this side, but this is the pretty side with one of those Autobot symbols. And you even get posable thrusters. Lovely. Swoobly. Next up, you get a Energon axe, which this is the pretty side. This is the ugly side, but either way, it's constructed fairly well. Though I do think they could have done something better with this side to make it look good from all angles. But still looks good nonetheless. And next up, you get his trusty Ion Blaster. Now the build of these accessories, especially the blaster, is just intricate and genius, and I fucking love it. And you do get a swivel here. Thought I mentioned that. And lastly, with the accessories, you can open up his windows, revealing the matrix. It is removable. I will never understand why this piece is orange and not blue, you motherfuckers. And we'll just put that back in there. So that's it for his truck mode. Let's get to his transformation. First gotta raise this bitch up because we're about to get tall. Actually, before we raise it, there's a couple things we can do on the ground. First thing we want to do is take this and disconnect it, bring it up. Next up, you want to fold out his hands on ratchet joints. Bring that out. And now, before we do that, take these pieces, flip them up, that's important. And now for the classic, just bring the arms out to the sides, and these clips will actually only plug in right in there. There you go. These panels just fold to the underside of his arms. Swivel his wrists to orient them properly. And now, this is gonna be a nightmare. Flip his head around. Get that out of the way. And now, this is gonna be a bitch. You want to take his toes and fold them out. Bring all this up. Swivel his top section around. Split his legs. Take the gas cans and rotate them. And then finally, take these red bits, fold them in. Bring this down. Get that waist plug in. And fold these bumper sections up against his torso. And are we finished here? Jesus Christ, this thing's a nightmare to handle. Straighten out his arms, and there he is. Jesus Christ. He's got weight to him. He is legit weight, but there's Prime in robot mode, and he looks great. Getting in on the head. You can see it resemble. That's Optimus Prime. You can. You can kind of see his lights in there. I'm not even gonna mess with the light that's attached to that stupid arm. Yeah, but not much new things here. These pieces are stickers as well, and so is his belt buckle. But it's G1 Optimus Prime. And if we bring him around to the back, cleans up really well. I really need to see an official Hasbro figure with this style of engineering. Just this transformation. I can't talk tonight, can I? Now, why don't we get into the posability? Ball joint at the head, and this panel's on a hinge joint, so you can look up that far and look down that far. Every ball joint can be a swivel. The head fins can rotate, but I don't understand why you would do that. Shoulders on a ratchet joint, arm moves out. And they can move back due to the transformation. Bicep swivel on a ratchet joint. Full bend at the elbow. Bring this down so you can actually see what I'm doing here. Wrist swivel. They can move down due to transformation. Now initially there's a piece holding the fingers together, but if you remove it, you can get hinge joint at the fingers, hinge joint here at the thumb, and the thumb can swivel. Waist. He doesn't have a waist swivel. Though if you detach that, you kind of get one, but it's not worth it. Be grateful for what you've got. At least this thing exists. His legs can kick. Oh god, what's falling off here? As soon as I'm done the posability, I'll have to retrieve those bits. You do want to get the legs out of the way of that, so they can kick back that far. Things pop off this thing way too easy, especially where his feet are concerned. I'm only doing it to one side. Decent spread, knee swivel, and an ankle pivot. There we go. Fuck. Let me get the shit that fell. Jesus fucking Christ. I went down there to grab the shit that fell off of him, and he fell off the desk and completely disintegrated. But I got him back in one piece now. And if I'm missing any smaller details on this shit, I don't care. I'll find them after the review. As far as his weaponry goes, for his ion blaster, just plugs into those two studs on his forearm, wrap his fingers around that handle, and there you go. Raised up here so you can get... I would love this thing a whole lot more if it wasn't unstable. See how that just flops with the gun? If LEGO just has to do more Transformers projects, they better be fucking stable. Now for the axe, you just want to rip out his hands. Fuck. Bring the axe in, and this brown piece will just plug into a port deep in there. This is actually my first time seeing him with the axe in person, and I gotta say, lower this bitch. Looks pretty good. Get that out of there. Give him a hand again. Fuck. And now finally the back. Make sure everything's stable. Let's stabilize this thing a bit. These two clips will clip into those two bars back there. Fuck. They're in there. Looks pretty nice. And it definitely does a good job at filling out his back. The way and of course he can hold his matrix, but I'm not going to show that off. I'm in such pain right now trying to stabilize this thing. Jesus fucking Christ. Fuck. This thing really isn't meant to be handled. He's just meant to be displayed. And I fucking hate that. Personally, the way I like to display him, I'm only showing this off because... Fuck you. As soon as I'm done, he's going right back on his perch. I just have him in the pointing pose. Can these ratchet joints be awesome if they were a little less limiting, or if his feet had more posability to get him leaning back a little bit more. The only thing I like about this guy, if I'm being honest, is that it exists. Other than that, This thing is just fucking too unstable. Size comparison. Riza styled Armada Prime. I need to lower this bitch. Yeah, if you want an approximate measurement, he's 13 inches tall. And no, I'm not bringing out the goddamn 3A figure because I've already suffered enough today. Before we go, I just want to show one more thing off. The box. Nice homage to the G1 shit, and there's all the bullshit. Jesus Christ. So, that's it. Thank God. I definitely will be getting any future LEGO Transformers projects, but they better all be fucking stable. Hopefully someone at LEGO hears my criticisms here. Now, I know it's a lot of you are going to be saying, it sucks he doesn't have knees. If he had knees, this thing would just disintegrate. Now, I don't know if any of you saw this, but a reviewer called That Toy Guy gave this guy knees and stated that he felt completely unstable with them. So yeah, don't even try giving him knees. You'll regret it. You hold your gun, bitch. That's gonna do it for this review. So if you're new, make sure to like, subscribe, turn on those notifications. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, both at BrickBreaksOfficial. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, peace. My next review will be bigger than you think. Like my